Today, we'll be learning about the properties of exponents by Ethan Hickey
and Brayden McGuire. What is an exponent? An exponent is a quantity representing the power to which a given number or expression is to be raised, usually expressed as a number symbol beside the number or expression. What can the properties do? Understanding the Richter scale and pH scales, taking measurements with scientific notation, and calculating multidimensional quantities.
What are the 5 properties? First is the product property, followed by the power property, the negative exponent property, the quotient property, and the zero property. Now, what do these do? The product property states that any two numbers raised to a power when are multiplied simply acts as addition, showing that x squared and x cubed equals x to the 5th. It also means that any number without an exponent simply acts as if it were 1, showing that y times y to the 7th equals y to the 8th. The power property states that any number that is raised to a number and then is again raised outside of a parentheses simply acts as multiplication, showing that x to the 4th raised to the 4th equals x to the 16th. This also works with multiple numbers, showing the 5 being distributed not only to the 4 and the 2, making x to the 10 and y to the 20. The negative exponent property states that any number with a negative exponent simply makes it 1 over that number with a positive exponent. Here's an example showing 5 to the negative 2 equals 1 over 5 squared, which simplifies to 1/25. The quotient property. The quotient property states that any two exponents that are being divided by each other, it simply acts as subtraction, showing that x to the 5th divided by x to the 3rd equals x squared. It also works with multiple numbers. The zero property is a simple one. The zero property says that any number raised to the 0 power equals 1, no matter how many numbers are in it. Here is an example problem. Our example problem is 3x to the negative 5th times y squared, all raised to the 0th power, divided by 4x to the negative 3rd times y squared, all raised to the negative 2 power. For the first step, we apply the zero property, making the top section simply 1. Next, we apply the power property, which is distributing our negative 2 to all the numbers on the bottom side of our fraction, making it 4 to the negative 2nd, x to the 6th, and y to the negative 4th. Next, we apply the negative exponent property, which raises our negative numbers to the top of our fraction, making it 4 squared and y to the 4th over x to the 6th. Fourth, since there's no other properties that can be applied, we simplify the 4 squared into 16, making our final answer 16y to the 4th over x to the 6th.
Properties of exponents was a very interesting topic to research about. We found it interesting because within it, it has 5 different rules that can solve several types of equations. Besides that, it is still relevant in daily life. Without it, we wouldn't be able to measure things. We chose properties of exponents because we wanted to further understand how it is useful in our life. For the past couple months, we have found that learning the properties of exponents has made it easier when solving problems. It is a very useful tool in class, and that's not even counting the usefulness of it in everyday life.
It can also be applied to help find very small and large numbers when talking about money or anything involving an exponent. Thank you.